Good morning, student. I, Vinita Mathur, Faculty of Electronics and Communication Department in Arya College of Engineering and IT. I am giving my lecture on microcontroller, which is being conducted in 4th semester EC branch. Our next topic is 8085 microprocessor. It is designed by Intel. It has 64 KB of memory. It has 8 data lines and 16 address lines. 8 data lines means here that it can access 2 to the power 8, which is equals to 256 input output register. Whereas 16-bit address line defines it can access 64 KB of memory. There are 5 flag registers in 8085, which are carry flag, parity flag, zero flag, sign flag, auxiliary carry flag. As well as it has 5 addressing modes, which are immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, direct addressing mode, implied addressing mode, and register indirect addressing mode. It requires plus 5 volt power supply to get on and 3 MHz of clock frequency. As we know that the 3 MHz of clock frequency cannot be provided by any oscillator directly. So that we use crystal oscillator, which provides 6 MHz of clock frequency, which is divided into 2 parts, 3 MHz and 3 MHz, which is used by the 8085 microprocessor. Here the internal architecture of 8085 is shown in figure. The data is sent through the serial input device, which as shown in figure, serial input output control. It consists of SID and SOD. SID is used as serial input device, SOD is used as a serial output device. The 8-bit data is provided to 8-bit internal data bus, which is transmitted to multiplexer, and through multiplexer it is distributed between the general purpose register. There are basically 6 general purpose registers of 8-bit, which are BCDE HL. These registers can be used as 16-bit register pair as BCDE HL. Here 2 special purpose registers are also used, which is known as stack pointer and program counter. Stack pointer basically holds the recent entry of the instruction, whereas program counter holds the next instruction to be execute information. Incremental and decremental address latch are the address buffer, which provides the information regarding the address, and multiplex address and data buffer. Here we can see that in the register select array there are 2 registers W and Z. Here W indicates the temporary register, whereas Z defines the flag register. Once the data is provided to the register organizations, then it is transmitted to the instruction register. It holds the instruction which is to be execute, and then instruction register transmit the instruction which is to be execute to the instruction decoding and machine cycle encoding unit. In this unit, the instruction in machine language is converted. Basically, the instruction which is be provided by instruction registers in assembly language. It is decoded by the instruction decoder and then converted to the machine language. This is provided to the timing and control unit. Next, once the instruction is provided, then it is executed by the ALU, arithmetic logical unit. When the instruction is being executed, it checks this conditional flag. Conditional flags are of 5 types. There are 5 active flags. For example, the number of 5 flags are sign flags, which is used to define if the result is negative, then it is set, otherwise it is reset. Zero flag, if the result is 0, then it is set. Parity flag, if number of ones is even, then it is set. Auxiliary carry flag is used for the BCD programming, and these flags are connected to the arithmetic and logical unit. The result of ALU is provided to accumulator as well as to temporary register. Temporary register holds the result for the temporary time, as it is programmed by the microprocessor. It cannot be used by the user. All these units are connected to timing and control unit as shown in figure. Their power supply. Here we provide plus 5 volt power supply and ground. Timing and control unit consist of following signal. Number 1, clock generator, X1 and X2. This is clock generator provides the 6 MHz frequency to X1 and X2, which is divided by 2, which equals to 3 MHz, around which the microprocessor work. Next, control signal, ready, read, write, ALE. These are the control signals. Ready is used to provide the delay. Read and write is to read the data or to write the data. ALE is the address latch enable. It is the signals which divides the, or we can say demultiplex the address and data bus. There are 3 status signal, S0, S1 input output / memory. DMA is known as direct memory access, through which we can directly access the memory. 2 signals are used to directly access the memory is hold and hold acknowledgement, HOLD and HLDA, and then reset. To start the program we use reset in, and to find the output we use reset out. The whole architecture should be connected to timing and control unit. There is one more important unit which is known as interrupt controller. As its name suggests, is interrupt. When the microprocessor is doing its processing or it's executing a certain instruction, then any interrupt request arises, then it will stop its program and transfer its program to that provided interrupt signal, interrupt request, we can say that. If the interrupt is of highest priority, then that interrupt would be executed first. There are 5 types of hardware interrupt: INTR, trap, RC 7.5, 6.5 and 5.5. The highest priority among these interrupt is trap, then 7.5, then 6.5 and then 5.5. Once the interrupt is to be handled, then the user or a microprocessor send the interrupt acknowledgement request that the interrupt is being executed. This is the internal architecture of 8085. As I have discussed earlier in the architecture of 8085, just summary it out. It consists of following unit: serial input output control, general purpose register, special purpose register, flag register, ALU, instruction register, instruction decoder and machine cycle coding unit, and interrupt controller, timing and control unit. Serial input output controller. This unit consists of 2 devices, SOD and SID. SOD defines serial output device, SID defines serial input device. These are used to provide the data in serial communication method, one data at a time, or we can say bit by bit communication. Okay. General purpose register. There are 6 general purpose registers of 8-bit. B, C, D, E, H, L. These are 8-bit registers. When we want to use this as 16-bit register pair, then these can be used as B, C, D, E, H, L in paired form. These registers can store the data provided by the user or by the memory. Special purpose register. There are 3 special purpose registers. Stack pointer, which is of 16-bit. This register provides the recent stack entry of the instruction to be executed. Program counter, it is also of 16-bit, which provide the information about the next instruction to be executed. Third, temporary register. It is an 8-bit register which holds the data of the ALU result for the temporary time. This data will be used by the processor only. No user interference can be done in this temporary register. Next, flag register. There are 5 active flags as shown in figure. Number 1, sign flag. This flag is set when the result of accumulator is negative. Number 2, zero flag. This flag is set when the result of accumulator is 0. Auxiliary carry flag. This flag is used basically for BCD programming. If there is any carry occur at D4 bit, then this flag is set. Next, parity flag. This flag is set if the accumulator has even number of ones, or we can say the result of accumulator has even number of ones. Carry flag. This flag is set if the result of accumulator is greater than FFH. Hence the carry is generated, then this flag is high. Arithmetic and logical unit. This unit provides the result to the accumulator and temporary register. Basically, this unit performs the arithmetic and logical operations which is provided to the address and data bus. It also cross-checks the result through the flagship flag registers. Instruction register. It is an 8-bit register when the instruction is fetched from the memory and then stored in the instruction register. Next, instruction decoder and machine cycle encoding unit. This unit decodes the information contained in instruction register and convert it into the machine language. Interrupt controller. As the name suggests, interrupt controller controls the interrupt during the process when the microprocessor is executing the main program. And whenever the interrupt occurs, the microprocessor shifts the control from the main program to the process of incoming request after the request is completed. There are basically 5 types of interrupt: INTR interrupt request, trap, RST 7.5 which is known as restart interrupt, RST 6.5, RST 5.5. The highest priority among these is trap. Basically, it is a non-maskable interrupt, whereas the RST 7.5, 6.5 and 5.5 are the maskable interrupt. There is one more interrupt which is known as interrupt acknowledgement. It is not basically an interrupt, it acknowledges the interrupt request. Timing and control unit. This unit is the most important unit in the microprocessor because it provides the timing and synchronization between the address bus data bus which is provided to the control bus. This unit consists of following signals: control signals, which consist of ready, read, write, ALE signal; status signal, S0, S1 input output / memory; DMA signal, which consists of hold and hold acknowledgement; reset signal, which consists of reset in and